Thanks for joining us here at Functional Bliss, where Audra and Jessica will guide you through exercises and wellness techniques to help you live your best life every day. It's in the name after all, Functional Bliss. Before you do anything else, click like and subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know whenever we put up a new video. To join our Blissful Gang for live Zoom classes where you can get more direct suggestions and encouragement, go to our website and sign up. Check the class description below for any equipment needs, grab your gear, and let's get started.
We are coming into our mat for our weight class today, but it's not just weights, it is a resistance strength building class, and you can do that without weights. Today we're going to be doing it with just one little looping band. Now, the first exercise isn't actually going to use any equipment at all, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's do a little warm up and get our bodies moving first. We're going to start with just bringing our hands side to side, moving through our back body, maybe adding in a little pedal of the feet, starting to get everything moving together. And then coming back to center, moving into our big side bend. And then coming back to center and into our forward reaches. And then coming back in, pulling our feet in, starting to windshield wiper the knees, loosening up the hips a bit. If everything's feeling good there, maybe bring the feet out a little wider. Windshield wiper a little more. And then maybe add that roll all the way up from one hip to the other. Couple more here. And then bringing it right back into center. Stretching the legs out. Start to flap the knees and pedal the feet. Add in some wrist rotations. Warming up the ankles, the knees, the wrists, maybe a little through the elbows as well. And then just wiggle those fingers and toes. Gotta warm them up too. Beautiful. All right, from here, we are going to go into a plank position, and we're going to start with our nice happy plank to down dog to get us moving today. We're going to do that for 1 minute, nice and easy, no need to be crazy with it. We're just warming up. Here we go. Nice tight plank position, sinking back, pushing the hips back for down dog, and then rocking right back forward. Bring your feet out a little further if that feels good to you, especially for that down dog. But the main thing is that you're just rolling back and forth with movement. Little pause in each position. Really starting to warm everything up, get everything moving. You're over halfway there already. 10 more seconds here. And time. All right, from here, we're going to come into a smooth position. Let me just adjust that. That way I can see more what you guys are doing. With our knees bent, we're going to loop the band around the middle of our feet. Now, we're going to do a chop, kind of a chop, kind of a twist. But we're going to pull to one side and then the other. I would say it's a chop, except you can't fully reach back unless you have a really loose band. Then you might be able to. We're going to do 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other. Here we go. So we're just going to go to one side, pulling up towards your shoulder like you're doing a chop. Kind of working some of the same muscles. not just a straight twist, but you're definitely adding that body rotation in there. Switching to the other side in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Beautiful. And I'm keeping my arms nice and steady here. I'm not really pulling with my arms. I'm using my core muscle for this movement. Really working the side body pretty good. And time. All right, from here, we're gonna stretch our feet out nice and long. And that's when we are gonna do our arms. We're gonna sit up nice and tall, and we're just gonna do a row. 1 minute. Here we go. Now, this is one that some people might prefer to do with the long band, so if that's better for you, if your looping band is a little too snug, you can always bring your feet up and row into the middle this way. Or, like I said, switch to a longer band if that's better for you. The idea here is you're squeezing between your shoulder blades, really working the arm and the back muscles. Over halfway there already. Check in here. Take your shoulders down away from your ears. And keep breathing. Five more seconds. And time. All right. From here, we're going to do a tricep press out. Now you can find whatever feet works for you here. One hand is going to come into your chest holding the band. The other hand is going to bend to the elbow and press out. We're going to do 30 seconds on each arm. Here we go. We're just doing a press out. Sometimes we'll do a press up. Sometimes we'll do a press down. It's good to work the tricep from different angles. This one we're just pressing forward. And of course, if we're keeping our belly nice and tight, sitting up super tall, we're working our core as well. Switching hands in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Beautiful, keep going. 10 more seconds. Now, I'm pointing my fingertips up, but you can do the same motion with your fingertips pointing to the side. So find what works best for you. And time. All right, from here, we're gonna take that band, we're gonna put it around one ankle or above the ankle, but then do a little crisscross in the middle before you loop it around the other ankle. You're gonna have a little X shape. And then from here, you're gonna come back on your elbows. And there's a couple ways you can do this. The easy way is just to slide in and out with that resistance. The hard way is to hover it up and do the same thing up here. So choose your own adventure as always. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Now the goal is to bring it out quick and in slow. So that way you're fighting the band both directions. And at any time, you can always set those feet down, move to the floor version, which is still lots of work on the legs, but without all the ab engagement. And I'll be honest, the next exercise is going to have ab engagement too. So, pace yourself. 15 seconds to go. And time. All right. From here, you're going to take one edge and loop it around one foot. And the other edge is going to stay around the ankle. You're going to come up overhead and you're going to curl in. So you're basically doing a hamstring. And then we're going to do 30 seconds on each leg of this as well. And make sure your band is nice and secure. That's why we have that little crisscross in the middle. And here we go. Slow and steady here, making sure you keep an eye on the positioning of your band. All right, and then we're going to be changing feet in 3, 2, 1. So take a second, adjust that, and then the other leg goes. Lots of ab engagement for this one. Trying to keep that still leg pointed up as much towards the ceiling as you can. Working your hip flexors, and then of course the hamstrings. Keeping the foot nice and flexed. Whew. And time. Beautiful. That is the end of our first round already. Take a deep breath, grab some water. We still have 2 rounds to go. All right, bringing it back in, coming into a position for that plank down dog. One minute on the clock. Here we go. Now, if you're feeling nice and warm and you want to start rolling through this one a little faster, you can certainly do that. Still making sure your belly's nice and tight for that plank, and you're pushing back into the hips for the down dog. And of course, breathing the whole time. "20 seconds to go. Nice and steady. Almost there. And time. Beautiful. All right. Grabbing that band. Putting it right around the bottom of your feet. Getting ready for our topping flip. 1 minute on the clock. And here we go. 30 seconds on one side. Pulling up and across towards the shoulder. And then switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Go the other way. Keep breathing. 5 more seconds. And time. Beautiful. All right, from here, we're going to go into our row. So still with the band across the bottom of your feet, sitting up nice and tall. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. We're doing a fairly narrow row for this one. Elbows in Squeezing the shoulder blades together. And breathe in the whole time. Halfway done. Looking good. Keep it going. And time. All right, from here, we're going to go into that tricep press out. Whatever seat is comfortable for you is fine. Getting that band in position, one hand on your chest, the other hand pushing straight out. And here we go. Still sitting up nice and tall. Still keeping the belly tight. And still breathing. Switching hands in 2, 1, and switch. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Most important thing you can do all day, just breathe. And time. All right, from here, we're putting that crisscross in our band and bringing it a little bit above the ankle. It can be on your calf, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then coming back on the elbows, on the ground, feet off the ground, whatever works for you. 1 minute. Here we go. Try to do 1 count out and then a 3 count in. So 1, 1, 2, 3. It's hard. Halfway done. Seconds. And time. Beautiful. All right, from here, coming down onto our back. 1 band just above the ankle, the other end of it around the foot, right up overhead. And here we go. 30 seconds on each leg. Still breathing. Keeping the feet nice and flexed. It's going to help hold that band in position. Switching feet in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Beautiful. Slow and steady. Building strength. 5 seconds to go. You got this. And time. And that is the end of set number 2. Take a second, maybe pull those knees in, ease up on the abs a little, and then grab some water. We still have one more set. All right, getting in position for that plank to down dog. Whatever speed you want to do it, however you want to do it. 1 minute. Here we go. You might decide now that you're warm and ready, you want to keep going at that little bit faster pace. You might want to add a little extra challenge for yourself, using the band in one way or another. Or you might want to cool down a little and go a little slower. Every option is okay. Find the path that's right for you. The only thing you have to do is keep breathing. 10 seconds to go. And time. All right, grabbing our band, getting ready for our chop slash twist. 1 minute on the clock. And here we go. Now, the benefit of keeping my arms in basically the same place is that I'm getting a really good bicep workout while I'm doing that. So using my core to do the twist motion while I keep my arms in kind of a static dumbbell hold, bicep curl hold. Oh, switch directions, go to the other side. Gives me that really good arm workout at the same time as I'm getting the core and a little bit of the legs because I'm pushing my heels down into the floor. You guys know I love an exercise that hits lots of different parts. And time. Beautiful. All right. Getting into position for the seated row. One minute on the clock. Let's do it. Sitting up tall. Elbows in by our ribs. Shoulders down away from the ears. Beautiful. I love this one because it's very much like a table row that you do at a gym. You don't really need any equipment other than the one little band. 20 seconds to go. Almost there. And time. All right, coming into the center, getting set up for that tricep press. Your hand comes into your chest, your other hand presses out. And here we go. Looking good. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Check in with your grip here. I know this one can wear a little bit on the hand, so adjust the band anytime you need to. We're almost done. And time. Beautiful. All right, up next. Putting the band around the ankles with that little crisscross in there. Making our little infinity sign around our lower legs there. 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Out for 1 and then in for 3, if you can. If not, that's okay too. And anytime you feel like upping the challenge a little, even if you only do it for 5 seconds, lifting the feet up. And then you might say, whoo, no, that's enough of that. That's okay too. 10 seconds to go. And time. All right, last one. Putting one part of that around the foot. Legs go up to the ceiling. And then 30 seconds on each side. Here we go with our hamstring curls. Of course, hamstring curls plus all the other things we're working in this position. You guys are doing amazing. Switching feet in 3, 2, 1, and switch. And then here we go with the other leg. Beautiful, you got this, guys. Almost done. And time. Nice job. All right, that is the end of our third set. Go ahead and set that band to the side, grab a little water, and we'll do our final stretch. All right, bringing it into the middle of the mat. Sitting up nice and tall. Woo. Starting with arms up overhead. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward towards your toes. And then sliding the hands up the legs, rolling up. From here, bringing one hand up and over to the other side. Moving into a little side bend action. Pausing just for a moment here. And then rotating that hand forward towards the toes. And then slide your hands up your legs again. Going over to the other side. Pausing here for a moment in the side bend. And then rotating that hand forward towards your toes. Bring the other hand up to it and slide both hands up your legs. Rolling up nice and slow. From here, you're going to take one hand and bring it across for a little twist. Not hanging out too long here, just one breath. And then right over to the other side. And then right back to center. Take one arm, bring it across your body. Off the shoulder, away from the ear. And then maybe add a little head movement up and down if that would feel good for you. Just a little gentle movement. Not cranking on the neck. Feeling it out. And then head comes back to center. And release and go to the other side. Maybe this time try a little side to side movement. Again, just kind of feeling it out, seeing how your neck feels today. Mine's actually feeling pretty good. I hope yours is too. And then coming back to center and release. And we are going to bring one foot across the other, or one foot across the other leg. That makes more sense. Either above or below the knee, whatever works for you. Let the hand rest lightly on the knee. And then do a little hinge forward, however far you need. Feel a good stretch with no pain. And then breathing your way back up. Turn your chest towards your knee. And then pull the knee in just a little. Again, just however far you need to feel a good stretch in the back of that hip. And then release. Just one more hinge forward. One more floating back up. Turning towards the knee. Giving it a little hug. And then release. Stretch that leg out and go to the other side. Again, take a second just to set up with that figure four. Let the hand rest on the knee. Nice and gentle, not pushing it down. And then that little hinge forward. And then floating back up. Turn towards the knee. Give it a little hug. Just enough to feel that stretch through the back of the hip. And then release. Back to center. Little hinge forward. And then float it back up. Turn towards the knee. Little hug. Maybe a big hug. You might feel like giving your knee a really big hug. That's okay too. And then release. And then, if it would feel good for you, you might